Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for March 24th, 2026. So it's a nice day. We came home from the midday walk already. Already did a lot of all my normal stuff today. I was looking online at stuff. So, I used to get, what do you call those? Brazil nuts? It's like a really big nut, right? It's a huge nut. Like, I remember I was somewhere, I don't know, and I went to one of those health food stores and I saw they had it on sale, like a big, huge bag for like $9.99. And so I got them. They were salted. They were very tasty. It took me forever to get through them, but I did. But I didn't, I got them because I like nuts and I didn't realize about the health benefits. So I was looking at stuff and they were saying how those nuts and pumpkin seeds have a really good health benefit. So I was like, oh, I have pumpkin seeds right here because I like to eat them. They're talking about like eating like a handful of unshelled ones. Mine are all shelled and they have salt, but I like them and I can eat a whole bunch of those. But they say those, and to eat like 2 Brazil nuts a day, it's beneficial for your health. I forgot for what. I was looking up stuff for like high blood pressure, antioxidants, visceral fat, how to like shrink the visceral fat, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And as I was looking, I was like, oh, I already do all that stuff. I already do all of that. Like, I don't, like, you're not going to find no chips or snacks in here. Well, actually, no. I did buy a bag of corn tortilla chips because I was going to make salsa and dip and bean and stuff. But I've had that bag for like a month. It takes me a long time to, I don't have snacking stuff like that. If I snack stuff, I have nuts. I have nuts or something like that, right? Fruit, raisins, I have some sweet stuff. And I like to have sweet after I have like dinner, but just a little bit, like a glass of milk and a little bit of something. But, a lot of the times I don't have a little bit of something. So I just make like I'll grab like a spoon and get like a big hunking scoop of peanut butter. I'll do that. Or like I did the other day, I made some pancakes with raisins and an apple sauce stuff that I made. So I have like a bunch of those in the fridge, like mini ones, for like last night I ate like 3 of those, and I felt fine as a dessert. No syrup, no nothing, just like that, because it has raisins and apple in it already, so it tastes sweet already. What else did yeah, so just looking up stuff. And then I've been looking at Brian too, because it's very hot outside, very warm outside, and his hair is getting long. And you know what? I don't know that I want to take him back to that groomer. They're a really good groomer, don't get me wrong. Like, they know how to cut him up, and they go through whatever hassle he puts them through. But the last time I went there, they lied to me about something, and I didn't like that. And I even showed them and caught them in the lie, and they still got angry with me. So I've decided I need to learn how to cut his hair myself. Right? I have I have the thing that groomers use that you can put them in a little hanging thing. So they're hanging off the ground, and then you can deal with their feet and all that stuff without them bothering you. And then when they're done, you just set them down. I actually have that somewhere. I gotta look for where it is. It's somewhere around here. Otherwise, you just have to deal with them like getting pissed off with you and doing this. But actually, I was able to do that today. All I did was I put the mask on him. I didn't do anything crazy. Just wanted to see if I could just get to his feet for right now, right? Because under his pads here, the hair grows between all that. So I wanted to get some of that off. So I was able to. He did hassle a little bit, but I just tried to, reassure him, it's okay, I'm going to be careful. And I did. And then I was able to cut and shape the front. So that's like one thing, right? Because we're not even talking about the clippers yet. Um, and the way they do it at the groomers, they really clip it right down to every finger. I don't think that I will be able to do that right away. And slowly by slowly, or little by little, I think that I will be able to do it if I can figure out how to clean the clippers properly and put them back so they don't pull his hairs on the next use or whatever. Because if I cut him for the first time, I'm not going to try to cut near a short haircut. I'm just going to try to take some off. I'm going to put a brush on there and just take some off and just learn as we go. But I'm going to do it little by little. It took me maybe an hour just to do his feet. And that's from somebody who has no idea what they're doing, but is trying to be extra careful, all right? So thank goodness I have those special scissors that I got from his first groomer, which are special for dogs because, you know, they're kind of curved and they're rounded so they don't get poked or anything like that. So I still had those. I cleaned them up. And, you know, I mean, they're not perfect. Look at how his paw looks. I did that myself. It looks nice and rounded, you know. And I try to take some off the top because it was too much. But, you know, I'll be honest with you, like the other one's a little lopsided and crooked. But you know what? That's just how it's going to be. I mean, because to be quite honest, I found out that there's not really any kind of groomer school. You know, it's either passed down or somebody teaches you or you've had experience or whatever, you know. So there's not even a grooming school to go to. So everybody who does grooming either learned from somebody or just had to learn it themselves. And if they can do it, I can do it. I just have to be real patient and be real careful. So I don't think there's anywhere around here that I could buy clippers. And you know, to be quite honest with you, I can do it right here in the middle of this big area. That's how I did it. I did it right here. You know why it's good to do it right there? Because all of the hair, it's like right there in the middle. And then when I'm done, I just sweep it up. That's how it was. And then, you know, after they're done, I give him a treat, you know. And then Chica comes in. She sees him get a treat. So what do I do for her? I clip her nails because hers were ready to be clipped. And then she gets a treat. So everybody gets a treat from being good and everything. I'm kind of proud at that one paw. That looks perfect. It's okay. You know, after time, it all, you know, my main focus is for him to be comfortable. I don't care if he looks funky. And I'm sure he doesn't either, as long as he feels cool and doesn't feel so overheated, you know. I mean, it's still short. Like, I would still wait, like, a little bit of time. But, you know, I think there's a feed place in town, in this town right here. I don't shop there for the food or anything like that. I've been in there. I actually kind of looked in there to see what kind of boots they had, and they're just like way overpriced. But it's like that in the small towns. They overprice everything. But I never checked for the clippers. Maybe I'm gonna look online. And because we're not going to be going, you know, camping this whole week until next week, I might just go into town and somewhere and see where I can purchase a nice set of animal clippers or industrial. I don't know. You know, I got to do a little research online first, and then I'm going to get them ones that have brushes on them, because I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to make it like it's going to be close to his skin like they do over there. I'm going to use like a medium-sized brush, let him get used to me doing it, and let him know, hey, I'm trying to be careful here, you know, and be easy, take it easy with him. And then hopefully it'll turn into something that I can just, you know, whip up real quick. After I'm sure it's going to take a long time for me to get at that point, but as I'm learning, I'm just going to do piece by piece. Like today I did the feet because I was able to add little scissors just to get the bottom there, right? Just to clean it up. And then and let him know that I'm doing it and it's okay, just be cool. And then the next time around, or maybe tomorrow or the next day, I will do his ears, because they grow beyond the actual ear, and you can feel it and then I will just trim the edges and then lift it up and kind of clean it up in there too, because it gets too long. And then that's the second thing I'm going to do, probably maybe do that tomorrow, because I'm not trying to overwhelm him too much with stuff. So I'll do the ears tomorrow. And then maybe, what is tomorrow's Wednesday, I think. Maybe Thursday we'll go somewhere in one of the towns. Somewhere that has a pet store. It just depends because I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up and see what kind of clippers are good. Because he's a thick, you know, maybe he needs like sheep shears. I don't know, you know, but yeah. Just got to let him know that I want to help him and I'm not trying to hurt him. Because that was the one time he bit me one time because I had bought some clippers. I bought some wall clippers, like the $20 clippers from Walmart. Those are not for cutting dog hairs. No, it's really not. I need some sort of animal clippers. And last time I used those because I didn't know how to clean them or work them good, I think I pulled his hair and I pissed him off and he bit me. So I have to find things that are gentle and easy to clean, and I have to just take it slow and easy with him, and that's it. I don't want him to feel uncomfortable, but I don't like going places or businesses and you talk to somebody and they tell you something and then they contradict themselves and then they're lying about another. I don't like liars. I really don't like liars. Like, I cannot stand. If I spend my days and my life being honest and telling the truth all the time, I expect the same back. I hate when people lie to me. I cannot stand it. So they basically just lost me as a customer. I mean, if anything, I'll find another place to take him. If I can't do it and I'm really desperate, I'll take him somewhere else because yeah, I can't trust that place anymore. You know, once a person lies to me, I'm done. You know, I spend my whole days trying to be honest and good to everybody around me. And once somebody lies to me or they say some shit in my face, I'm just like, ugh, I'm over it. You know, I might be like, hey, hi, whatever, but I don't want you in my life. No, that's why I'm not going to take him to that place anymore. And then they moved locations and they didn't even tell me. Like, you know, I went to make an appointment. They're like, okay. And then I didn't even know where I was going. They weren't even there anymore. They moved locations. So I'm over it. And I don't like arguing with people because over there I was even trying to show her, hey, look, you told me this yourself. Do you want to see the text? No, I don't want to. Like, yeah, if you start getting like that with me, you know what? Fuck off. I don't even want your business, you know. Anyways, that's all I have. That's all I have. I just wanted to do the quick video journal. I was just really proud how he was good. Yes, he got upset. Yes, he barked back, but he had the muzzle on, so he couldn't bite me. And but for with that being said, though, he did a really good job. So, you know, and you know, I know he's hard to work with. Like when I take him to these places, like I don't care how much they charge, you know, because I know he's a difficult dog. But once you start lying to me about different stuff or other stuff or contradicting yourself, I don't want to work with you anymore. I don't. If you can't be honest with me, I don't want to be honest. I don't want to be working with you at all, you know, and that's just it. So, you know, and I used to be tipping them fat too, like $20 and $40 tips, but I'm over it. So, anyways, I guess that'll just save me money. I just have to find a really good clippers for dogs that are really easy to take apart, clean, and put back together. That's my main thing. So, yeah, that's all I have. I'm Mona, the Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for March 24th, 2026, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.